I'm in here. Are you? Hey! What are you doing? Oh my gosh, people are in here already. Why can't I hear anybody? Oh, unmute all here. Hello! Oh my gosh, I came on early because I was supposed to go over a couple things with Delana. I didn't think everybody.
That's my cousin down there, Andrea.
Huh?
See down the bottom, she's not on yet. Andrea.
Oh, that's
my
okay.
cousin. That's my cousin.
Okay. We're not ready yet. There's Scott. Hi, I'm so happy. Hopefully, let me just make sure my phone is off. I want to make sure, like, you know, the technology is all good. Is this thing on?
Yeah, you gotta. It's fun. I do these every week, so.
Oh my gosh. Well, hopefully everything goes super smooth. And wait, do not disturb. Yep, that's it. Delana, are you on?
Yep, I'm on.
Yay! Everybody should have a Delana. I used to always say everybody should have an Alice from, like, you know, the Brady Bunch. Screw that. Everybody needs a Delana.
I love you.
You are the best thing ever.
We can't see her face.
We're not seeing Delana. We're only seeing Delana's name.
He's hiding.
I'm hiding. I live in Florida, so I am pretty sunburned right now.
Are you serious? Oh my God.
I actually just came in from the pool with my daughter, try to wear her out a little bit, you know, before this call.
That is too funny. Oh my goodness. So, well, I guess we're not going to go over notes when everybody's here.
Everything is all set. You're recording.
Okay.
You're good.
I still think we need to give people a couple minutes because we're still early.
Oh, there's my girlfriend. That's one of my best friends, Lisa.
Ina. Yay! Hey, I'm so excited. People like shared it. Oh, Maria Magistrelli is on. I went to high school with Maria Magistrelli. This is how awesome my life is, that I still have contact with people from like 7th grade. Jeannie will be on here soon. She just texted me this morning. She's like, she says, I'm in Florida, so that's 2:00 my time, right? I'm like, wait a minute, I have to think, because I'm always getting confused with everyone. I spoke to somebody yesterday from, like, I don't know, I think it was Uruguay. She was just waking up, and we've been trying to contact for like days. And I'm like, what time is it where you are now? And she's like 9:00 in the morning. I'm like, it's 11:00 at night. I have to go to bed soon. So, but this is like the greatest part about all of this technology, is that we can all connect like this. It's amazing.
I had in Australia last night. I was on the phone with somebody from Australia.
Oh my God.
And it was 9 a.m. today.
Yeah.
So
I want to go to Australia.
I'm trying. I'm working my way, you know. I hear flights are really cheap right now. So,
yeah, I think we can get there.
Yeah,
and we'll have plenty of leg room.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. The whole plane, maybe.
Right? We just might.
There's Lexi.
Lexi! Oh, I'm so excited. She just messaged me. Hi, honey.
Hello, how are you?
It's my Chiquita banana. I love my Lexi. Oh, and everybody can keep their videos on, off. I don't care. Like, whatever works for you guys. Oh, Maria, I see your face.
I don't have like almost any makeup on, y'all. I'm like, look.
Hey, guys, I love it. Oh, this is so awesome. This is awesome. All right, so Delana, what am I supposed to unmute people now when I do my stuff?
Whatever you want. If you want to mute us all so you can't hear any background noise, you can.
Okay.
It's totally up to you.
I don't know what I'm, I'll keep it on. And then, I don't know, Delana said maybe you guys take your mics off or something, but I'm going to ask questions, like only a couple, and you know, just put it in. I think there's where's the chat box thing?
At the bottom.
Oh, now you're getting too technological.
I know. And she and I went over this yesterday. Oh, wait, here, chat. There it is. Okay, Delena's gonna be in charge of that. So if anybody's got a question, like put it in and we'll come back to it because I do want to do questions, but I want to get started. So I cannot thank you guys enough for being here. You have no idea how much this amazes me and that I am truly grateful. Last night I went over some of the questionnaires and it blew my mind. You know, surprise, surprise, we're all scared. We're scared of our health. We're scared of not seeing our families. We're scared of running out of money. We're scared of losing our jobs. We're scared of going back to a job we hate. But the good thing is, the joy that we all find comes from our families and helping other people. Some people are into nutrition, some people are into fitness, some people are into spirituality. There's a ton of things, but we just want to help people. So that's awesome. No matter what, you showed up, and that's what matters. I have always believed that anything is possible. Sometimes I get lost in the how, but I've always believed. The past few years have been brutal, to say the least. I went through a really bad divorce. I went through the longest breakup known to mankind. It was super duper fun. And there were points where I was just like, am I ever gonna survive this? Do I even want to survive? I swear, like I was really at a point where I was like, I don't even know if I want to get through this. But I got to a point and I was like, you know what? I need to break free from these patterns. I need to start fresh. I'm going to start over. And one of my best friends and I were like, hey, let's do this together. We're going to move across the country and we're going to play poker together and we're going to do business together and we'll work on charities and it's going to be so much fun. And then my friend falls in love. And I am so super duper excited for her. Like, no lie, I believe love is the greatest gift known to mankind. And there's a reason that I had to go through this. You know, at the time, I was like, what the heck, God? Why do you keep putting me by myself when all I want is a partner in life? All I ever wanted was a partner in my marriage, a partner in business. I don't know, maybe it's the only child syndrome in me, but I hated being alone. And for some reason, he kept putting me by myself. And I was like, oh my freaking gosh, what the F? And I finally sat back and was like, it's this moment right now with you guys. That's why God wanted me to be by myself. I had to focus on my plan B, which was really always my plan A. I had to dedicate the time to what made me happy, what was my passion. How many of you guys truly are living the life that you want? You're like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. I wake up every day saying, woohoo! Put a 1 in the chat box if that's your life. And if you're like, I think I want more. I think I want something different. I want you to give me a 2. Whoa, you guys are living your awesomest life. All right.
I don't know how to do this.
Oh my God,
I'm not a 1.
Do that. 7th grade, people, 7th grade. I have known this girl. I love it. Thank you for being here, sweetheart.
Let me say this though. Can you hear me, Lisa?
Yes, I can.
Okay. I don't want to interrupt you. Living a 1, but always wanting more. And what I mean by that is I think when you get to this point is you realize it's that cliche saying we've heard that I may not have everything, but I'm so grateful for everything I have. Perfect is where I am right now.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
agree.
And you are someone who truly has, I love to watch your life. She is truly blessed with her family, her husband.
I am.
She does a lot. But we talked the other day, there is more.
Always.
There's more from business or her career that she wants.
Always.
So I think there's a lot of us who get lost in dedicating ourselves to others. I know where this is going to go. How many of you spend more time lifting other people up and taking care of other people instead of devoting time to what you want? Give me a 1 for you spend more time dedicating to them, and a 2 if you spend, nope, you're like, nope, I'm good. I'm first on the list all the time. I'm thinking we're going to get more 1s in this one. Yeah, I think so.
Lisa, I think there's the difference between being grateful for what you have, but still having not really being happy with besides what your your family and your friends and your health, but not being happy in your goals.
1,000,000%, 1,000,000%.
There's a big difference.
And down the road, we're going to get into why that is. And people feel guilty. And that's why I want you guys to not do that. So less than a year ago, I was crying practically every day, no lie. And now I started this company. I'm building a brand. I'm part of this poker team. I've had 3 really good scores in the last 2 months. I completely let go of the ex. I had a little like interim, I don't know what you want to call it, something that reminded me of how awesome that euphoria feeling is and reminded me it's possible. It was short because I still needed to be alone. I needed to focus on this. I think I love helping people realize their potential, helping them find their passion. Nothing makes me happier than seeing someone succeed. One thing that pisses me off is when God gives you a gift and you just waste it. You don't use it. That infuriates me. So
Amen.
What's that?
Amen.
Preach, baby, preach.
Preach it, baby, preach it. That's right.
But I believe everyone has gifts. And what happens is they surround themselves with people that say, you know, that's not really a real job. That's not really going to happen. That's too big. You're never going to do that. You don't know how to do that. Those people are dream crushers. Those people are reason that talented and gifted people do not succeed. You need to surround yourself with the tribe that says, oh my gosh, how can I help you? That didn't work. Let's find out another way. You want to do something? Let's make it happen. Those are the people you should have in your life every single day. It's not easy. Trust me. I know. I have some negative people in my life that I love dearly, and they are family, and I can't get rid of them. And I don't want to get rid of them. I want to help them realize there's another way to look at it. But I'm not going to get rid of them. But that's not going to be my tribe I go to when I say, darn it, this didn't work. How am I going to make this better? I need the people that say, Lise, I got you. We'll figure it out. That's who you need to be around. And I want you to give yourself permission to dream big. I have always wanted to be like the most famous person on the planet. Jeannie knows this. Maria knows this. I have no problem wanting to be famous. Not everybody wants to be famous. That's okay. But they have a dream that's big. They have a dream that's better or bigger for their life, and there's nothing wrong with that. Right now, especially, I hear a lot of people telling me, you know, I started this business, but how am I gonna charge people? Times are really tough right now. Yeah, okay, but you still have to survive, just like they have to survive. We all have to go through life and live. This is going to change, and we are going to go out into the world again and have to go to work. What do you want it to look like? There's nothing wrong if you love what you do and you have a passion and you offer somebody something that they need. There's nothing wrong with that. You're not scamming. You're not scummy. There's nothing wrong. So stop feeling guilty. Get that out of your head. Stop feeling guilty that you're taking time away from other people because you want to do something. You will be the best version of you when you're happy and you're giving of yourself. Then you're a better mother, a better father, a better partner, a better friend, because you're truly happy. You can express all that. So, you know, the whole judgment thing, I think we're constantly trying to live up to expectations of other people. Back years ago, after I had my kids, I was totally struggling with my weight. I couldn't lose weight. And I was like, I'm going to Weight Watchers. I'm going to Lean Line. I'm going to the gym. What the heck? None of this is working. And even the lady at Weight Watchers, she's like, if you're really doing this, you should be losing weight. I'm like, I'm really doing that. And I don't know. And back in high school, I had this whole thing with stacker twos. To this day, I still think that's the problem, but nobody's going to admit it. Whatever. I did all this research, right? And at the time, it was the bypass. And they were never going to let me have that. And then I find the lap band. And I'm like, oh, this is the greatest thing ever. This is exactly what I need. People were like, Lisa, just go to the gym. Stop eating M&Ms. It'll be fine. No, it wasn't going to be fine because I knew I was turning into a completely different person. I didn't want to socialize anymore. Me, of all people, I love to be around people. I didn't want to go out anymore. I needed this. So I started calling doctors and they were like, no, your BMI is not high. It's not high enough, not high enough. I finally get a hold of this Dr. Barreo, who is my angel, I swear to this day. And his secretary's like, no, he's not going to see you. Your BMI is just not high enough. And I'm like, how about this? You're going to get your stinking $300 anyway. How about you let me go in and plead my case? And she was like, okay. Woo! I got in that office. I had every bit of research known to mankind on the lap band. I knew how it worked, what it would do. I knew it was what I needed. I showed him pictures of who I was becoming. I told him, I'm like, I'm the best candidate you have. I'm not diabetic. I don't have high blood pressure. If you keep me on this path, I'm going to become this. So why don't you do it? And he was like hemming and hawing and, well, I'm like, why won't you do it? And he says, well, according to the guidelines. I was like, wait a minute. So you're telling me the reason you can't do this is because your insurance company? And he's like, yeah. I said, okay, how about this? I said, I'll sign a piece of paper that says I won't sue you if something happens because I'm too thin. I said, if you nick my liver, I'm going to sue you. And he's like, okay, done. I go running out. I call my friend who's a lawyer. Do you know I could not get a lawyer in the state of New Jersey to draw me up a piece of paper that says I won't sue this person? People were like, Lisa, you really don't need the operation. That's a really big thing. Again, you don't live my life. I'm living it. Finally, I get, my friend is a paralegal. She's like, it's a paragraph. We get it. I'm in the office. Woohoo! 2 weeks. I go through the psychologist, the nutritionist, and I am signed up, ready to go. I'm in the office and some lady's like, oh my gosh, you look so great. When was your surgery? And I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. It's going to be next week. And where are you? How are you feeling with it? And she
That'd have been me.
And this wave of judgment comes over her face. And she's like, what do you mean you're doing it now? What do you mean? I'm like, whoa. And I found myself justifying myself to a complete stranger who's been down the same path I have. And now, so she's 100 pounds heavier than I am. So what you're telling me is I should wait instead of doing it now and become more and more unhappy with myself. Like, why would you want me to do that? Why? I don't get it. And again, I was just like, I don't need to justify. You don't wake up in my shoes. So I get the operation, it's working. I'm like, woohoo, I'm so happy. And then I'm in the office like for checkup a couple weeks later, and this guy's bitching to me how the lap band sucks, it doesn't work. I'm like, really? I think it's the greatest thing. Why? What are you doing? And he's like, well, I do this, this, and this. And he gets to a part in the story where he says how he still drinks out of straws and drinks soda every day, which are two huge no-nos with the band because it expands the band. And I'm thinking to myself, you went through all of this. Why wouldn't you just follow the rules? But I don't want to say anything. I'm like, oh, he's one of those people that just wants to complain and be negative and bitch because it gives him something to bitch about. No one walks in your shoes. No one gets up and lives your life every day. So stop trying to live for those people. Stop trying to justify why you love what you love, why you want to be what you want to be, why you want your life to look like you want to look. After the divorce, Eric told me, my ex-husband, was like, you're going to have to get a real job. You're going to have to find somebody to marry that's going to keep you in the life that you're used to. And I was like, oh my God, he might be right. And I started to second guess myself. At that point, all I wanted was to be a great mom, to be a great poker player and to do something and make a difference in this world and help people. What better way to do that than get a real estate license, right? Because that's a respectable job. That's something I should do. My friend was saying, you know, you'd be really good at that. And I was like, I should do that, because then people will know I have a real job. I go and I sign up for this crash course because, of course, you know, anybody who knows me, I have to do it right away. I think it was like 2 weeks. I spent thousands of dollars to get this license. I drove up north an hour and 45 minutes every day. I think we were in class from like 8 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock at night, cramming my head. I hadn't been to school in forever. I'm doing math. I hate math. I'm like, I can do this. I can finish this. I'm going to get my real estate license. I'm going to have a real job. I passed the test. I'm like, woo, okay, now let me go sell houses. Well, that's not the way it works. You don't get to do that. You still have to join the MLS and you have to pay to do this and something else. There's all of these other things you have to do. And I'm like, I have not one iota of passion to do this. Why the heck am I doing this? I could have spent those thousands of dollars on a really great coach to make me a better poker player. I could have spent those thousands of dollars and those hours upon hours of studying in a really good business course to build and make Vibin with Lisa. So many things I could have done. Instead, do you know what I did with that real estate license? This is how much I use that real estate license. I don't even know if I have a piece of paper, to be honest with you. I don't. I want to know what you are passionate about. I want you to close your eyes and think of the life that is perfect for you. Who are you with? Where do you live? When you wake up every day, do you leave your house to go to work? Do you work from your house? What are you doing in those tasks that make you happy? What brings a smile to your face every day? That's what I want to know. Obviously, our world has changed. We all know that. And now we have to figure out a different way to do things. Some people, you might have a job to go to. That's great. And if you're happy with that job, that's awesome. Some people are like, you know what? I have all this time on my hands. What is it I really want to do? Back in 1990, this is me doing my research, Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web. I remember sitting on my couch in Brick, New Jersey saying, what the heck is this dumb thing? Nobody's going to talk on a computer. This is never going to work. How many people do you think told that guy, you're an idiot, you're going to fail? That is way too big. That's never going to happen. How is it going to work in the airwaves or this, or I don't know how the heck the stupid thing works. He probably had wall after wall after wall and people saying, you are going to fail. How lost would we be right now? Is that him? Who's that?
Well, I just wanted to add on something what you were just saying about my personal story a little bit.
What's that?
I said, can I just add to that with my personal story a little bit?
Sure.
Because I really felt that. So like basically when I first came out here to the West, like my dream was like to become a rapper and everything, right? And everyone's obviously like, it's not gonna happen. So I supported myself, like, you know, like I was moving a little bit of that, like, you know, that Kid Rock. But like in order to support myself and be able to buy the house and shit, I had to just keep doing that. But now I'm actually like a full-time rapper, and I don't even like trap as much. Like I trap a little bit, but like I basically am a rapper now.
Awesome. See?
That's great.
Anything is possible. Anything. And I'm sure you heard a bunch of people telling you no one becomes a rapper. That's not going to happen. Do you know how many rappers there are in the world? What makes you so special? You are special because you went out and did it. You can do it. I'm getting a warning from Delina. So real quick, because of that internet, I've come across Scott Buell's page a few days ago, and he's talking about how he has this business, and because of coronavirus, he has to switch his business. And I'm like, oh my gosh, let me message this guy. I said, I love your story. You know, I'm doing this Zoom meeting. Would you be able to tell everybody about it? So he came today, and I want him to talk to you and tell you what he's been doing. I don't know how to switch it to him, Delana. Do you just come on, Scott? Yep, there he is. Awesome.
I'm just kind of on, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm getting a little allergies. Thank you. So, I'm new to this group, so everything you've said is me to a T. For the past, my whole life really, but really hard for the past 3 or 4 years, I've just been on this kick of why not me? Everybody should ask themselves that question, because if nobody ever did, look around you, everybody invented something around you, and everybody was told they couldn't do it.
Mhm.
Edison didn't fail 10,000 times. He just figured out 10,000 ways the light bulb didn't work.
Mhm.
So I'm huge on, you talk about, you close your eyes. I journal every morning. I've written my life story probably 1,000 times because I know what that looks like. And I'm just on the journey to get there, right? And that's really what it is. When you ask the question, are you truly happy? Are you doing what you want to do? I'm happy because I'm on the journey towards what I want to do. And so about a year ago, I had it with my corporate world. I listened to everybody else my whole life and did what you were supposed to do, right? I went to school, I did this, I went there. And the whole way through it, it wasn't ever really for me. I did okay in it, but I
Can you turn your
hated every
mics
minute
off,
of it.
please?
Excuse me?
Oh, sorry.
I wanted everybody else to turn
Oh.
their mics off because
So last year I had kind of a bad situation with somebody. I finally said, you know what? I've been in sales my whole career. If I'm going to go out and sell for somebody, why don't I just sell for me? So I'm a drone guy. I fly drones. I'm a big into the drone world, and I'm all into the drone experience. And I opened up my own drone business where I'm doing aerial photography and imaging and going very, very well. And I fell into, as I was doing that, I started to work with kids to train them how to fly drones. And that quickly evolved into teaching kids how to code and program drones with these little programmable drones. So now we're into STEM world, if you've heard of STEM. And so I'm working with kids and I'm like, this is just incredible that I'm actually now like a teacher. And I'm working with elementary school kids, middle school kids, and I'm working. I build this brand called Drone Legends, and it's just wonderful and everybody loves it. And I'm struggling, and I took out my life savings to do this, and we're finally lining up summer camps and club programs after school, and they're booking up. In March, I'm going to my wife, I don't know how I'm going to actually run all this. When a year ago, you were telling me I was nuts. And all of a sudden, like that, overnight, we funded everything. Everything got canceled. The whole world shut down. My business was predicated on bringing groups of kids together in rooms. How does that work? So that lasted. So my shock and awe and my crestfallen feeling, I was just blown away, lasted all of 10 minutes. Because again, you can get busy living or you can get busy dying. And so I said, well, to your point when you started this, look what we're doing right now. So I said, this is exactly how I'm going to run my drone clubs. I'm going online. And guess what? It's crazy. We're doing it. You see this screen? I've got you guys in the tile. I don't know if you guys are all looking on tile mode where it looks like the Brady Bunch, but I can see everybody right now. And it's that clicking square with all the little X's up there, the boxes. You can see everybody at once. I run drone clubs online for elementary school kids. I've got 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds. I'm doing one at 3:30 because she's jumping into the course. And it's a challenge because you've got to kind of flip the model, but we're working it. I went on and I learned Google Classroom. I said, I'm going to figure this out. And the beautiful thing is that all of a sudden, I'm working with kids in California. I'm working with kids in Florida. I've got a group of 6 kids that are from different states. I talked to a woman last night from Australia who wants to bring me into Australia.
That's awesome.
How the hell does that work? So I guess my point is this, is that everybody's hurting, but the obstacle is the way, right? Behind that barrier is greatness if you just don't quit. Perseverance, be relentless, be persistent, have empathy for other people, and give. I'm giving away. When I first started to do the online thing, I gave it away. I even took one of the drones, one of the little girls down the street. I used to bring the drones to the clubs, right? I would supply everything. And she wanted to do it so badly. So I drove over and I gave her a drone and I gave her the whole setup, and she's keeping it. And now she's part of the club. I gave away the first 5 because I was beta testing this for people. and now it's working. And so that's my story. That is a year of my life. And to talk about the vision, the journaling every morning, to I don't consume news. You're right. Toxic people will kill you. I am the epitome of self-help. If you've ever, I'm obsessive to a fault. I'm OCD, but I believe in it so hard. I ask God for everything and he gives. If you ask, you receive. I mean, these things are real for a reason. Ask and you shall receive. You got to ask, and you got to be specific, and you've got to know what you want.
Yep.
And so if you're chasing money and dollars, you're never going to get it. But if you're chasing a purpose, it pulls you and not the other way around. And then there's nothing that can stop you. You know, you'll get there. So that's my story.
That is awesome.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure what that just meant, Delina. I just got a
You're
message.
good. Keep going.
It upgraded us to
Good.
unlimited minutes.
Oh, good, because I was getting nervous.
We're
So
upgraded.
Something
woo,
else that probably helps you.
we
a
get an
lot.
upgrade. We didn't even ask for it.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny that you were talking about that, Scott, because every single day for me, before my feet hit the floor, I say my prayers, I express my gratitude, and I manifest my life. I have pictured that perfect partner. I've pictured Vibin with Lisa helping so many people. I've pictured winning poker tournaments. I've pictured House of Hope like cutting the ribbon to change the foster care system. And I feel it with every fiber of my being when I do it. That's the difference. Like, you have to honestly believe in the life that you want. When you picture speaking in front of other people or helping other people, you have to know in your soul what that feels like.
Yeah.
And then before my feet hit the floor, I grab my gratitude journal and I write down at least 3 things. You have to find 3 things. Some days I'm like banging out 5 and 6.
That's awesome.
Other days I'm like, sunshine. I'm happy for I'm really grateful for sunshine. Sunshine makes a difference for me, but some days it's easier than others. I'm not saying every day is perfect, but you have to find the time. You have to look for the things to be grateful for. The more you practice gratitude, the more you'll find things that
Absolutely.
you're grateful for. That is a million %. Guys, I want to thank you so much for being here. I want to open up the floor to questions or statements or anything, but one thing I want to say is Delena's going to send a link. I think it's a link for the replay of this. I think we're putting it on YouTube, so please share it with everybody you know.
Also,
I am going to